What a difference a day makes. The amount of water flowing into Lake Oroville dropped from 190,000 cubic feet per second to 130,000 in less than 15 hours. A beautiful sunny day without rain allowed that to happen. And California Department of Water Resources officials say they expect that to drop another 50% by tomorrow, Saturday.
So we're looking okay. We fully expect that we won't have to use the emergency spillway.
If the rain had continued today, there was a strong possibility that the water would have come over the top of the emergency spillway, that slope of land next to the controlled spillway. And that's the way this dam was designed. As part of that contingency plan, DWR cleared much of the trees and brush from the emergency spillway. That will reduce the amount of debris that would end up in the lake below and float into the Feather River. Also, they were able to reduce water releases overnight from 65,000 cubic feet per second to 55.
We've released more than double this amount in 1997, and only as recently as 2006 released more water than this, and there wasn't any impacts to the community in 2006, so we don't expect to see any flood event.
The controlled spillway suffered massive erosion, a hole nearly the size of a football field. That sent water off its man-made path, taking land and trees with it. The downstream effects of that turned the Feather River into a mud bath. In downtown Oroville, the Department of Fish and Wildlife moved about 4 million small salmon and steelhead from the Feather River fish hatchery to keep them alive. Meanwhile, officials reassured the public at a news conference that neither the dam nor communities downstream are in any danger.
This problem is with the spillway. It is not with Oroville Dam. There's no erosion going on with Oroville Dam. Oroville Dam is completely intact and is not in jeopardy in any way from this event.
So that's it, folks. That is the Lake Oroville spillway. And that's what 35,000 cubic feet of water coming over the spillway looks like. And believe it or not, that is just a fraction of what came down in 1997. Back then, it was over 100,000 cubic feet per second. That raging torrent is intentional. The Department of Water Resources continues to release water out of Lake Oroville, despite massive damage being caused by erosion.
I guess it's sort of a triage situation. They know it's causing damage, but it's not beyond what they deem as being safe.
Ysis, spokesperson for DWR, says a hole in the spillway, estimated to be at least 200 feet long and 30 feet deep, is not a cause for alarm.
It's like getting a dent in your car. That doesn't mean the car doesn't run. It may not look very nice.
But it is an issue they're working on with urgency. Record rain continues to pour, sending water into Lake Oroville at a rate of 118,000 cubic feet per second. That's more water going into the lake than being sent out, so they need to keep releases going. So an incident command post has been set up at DWR headquarters in Butte County.
They're doing a lot of work to determine the next steps and processes for the actual dam situation.
Ron Quigley, a deputy administrator with the Governor's Office of Emergency Services, is here with several other Cal OES representatives, all on hand to monitor the situation, coordinate communication, and offer assistance when needed.
It's always good to be face-to-face and be a body in the room to coordinate and support.
Oroville Dam opened in 1968, creating the reservoir and using its water to generate power. DWR says it was designed with 2 spillways, this one and another emergency spillway you can't see. It was also designed to handle water coming over the top of the lake. But for now, the spillway is doing its job, although the hole beneath that flow is sending water over the edge and taking much of the surrounding terrain with it. At least one media outlet erroneously reported the spillway had completely collapsed. That's a rumor DWR and every emergency responder is dispelling.
We have dam safety engineers up there, we have geologists, we have spillway design engineers. They're looking at it right now and constantly monitoring it and watching the erosion.
So there you have it. You're looking at it, folks. The Lake Oroville spillway has not had a catastrophic failure. So if you happen to get one of those messages coming over your phone, whether it be through social media or anything, It's a rumor. Has not happened. You can see it right there. I'm Sean Boyd out here at Lake Oroville for Cal OES News.
Or potential debris should the river breach this section. Or correction, should the lake breach this section. That's taken out a serious chunk of land over there. Well, on the right side is the old spillway. And then to the left, yeah, is where as it drains into that sinkhole, it makes its own river over there, like natural waterfalls. Aircraft over Oroville Dam, be aware there are helicopters operating 1,500 feet and below. No, I'm at 2,200. There are other helicopters at 1,500 laying electrical wire down there. Okay, what was Jim saying? There was a guy that was about to run into those helicopters down there.